Hey! Well, this is Zacchaeus with another live word of the day. God bless for tuning in to me. God bless. I thank you for tuning in. And for those tuning in for the first time, I thank you. And those who've been consistently supporting me, I thank you as well. Well, today, I want to discuss knowing your self-worth. And this video is for people that they're always taking a mental abuse. They're always receiving people's talking down to them. They always going beyond the call of duty to help people that don't appreciate them. And sometimes they don't feel good about themselves because you put yourself last always, and you're overworking yourself just to please that person that you're with, or it could be coworkers, or it could be anyone that takes your kindness for weakness. And you gotta say to yourself, is it worth you sacrificing your peace? Is it worth you taking the verbal abuse from them? Is that person worth going to jail? Is that person worth sacrificing your peace of mind? And these are the questions you have to ask yourself. Because when you decide to choose you and you decide to embrace peace, it's a choice that we all make. Now, if God has given you free will, you have a choice to either stay in that toxic relationship, or you have a choice to step away, or to move, or to leave. Why should you? And life is pretty short. You never know what the next day can bring to you. Why should you sit there or stand there or allow someone to treat you as a doormat and to walk all over you? Those are the questions you have to ask yourself. If you know your self-worth, and I'm talking to the ladies, I'm talking to the men. If you know your self-worth, don't you think you deserve better? Don't you think you deserve better? And don't you think that you basically put yourself in a compromising position when you allow people to walk all over you and step on you, all because you're a kind person, all because you give the clothes on their back for them? And some people, if they know these things, they have some devils in the world. If they know these things, that you're a kind-hearted person and you're always willing to help people out and you're always willing to put yourself last to help others, they take advantage of that. And what they do is they manipulate you, they lie to you, get you to do what they want you to do, and then you realize you've been duped. Well, aren't you tired of being duped? I know for a long time I was. Sometimes you get tired of being duped. Sometimes you get tired of being played around. And sometimes you get tired of mental games. Mental games. And listen. There was a moment in time in my life when I was doing music. I used to get together with all types of people. Now say they're gonna promote the music for me. They're gonna promote the music. Now I'll never forget one time I was to meet this so-called manager. And I live on Staten Island. And if you live on Staten Island, New York, if you live in New York City, but you live in the borough of Staten Island, they have a ferry that you cross to go to Manhattan. Now, I was supposed to meet this so-called manager that's supposed to link me up with a production team in Manhattan. I waited there in the ferry for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Listen, and before then, this is why he was doing this with me, because I gave him money. I forgot how much I gave him. It was a long time. I gave him some money. I said, if you can help me meet these production people, it would be a great deal for the music. The music. This had to be about maybe 2000 and a good 2011, 2010, 2011, long time ago. And he said, yeah, Zacchaeus, I can let you meet the production. When I called him, I waited there almost 2 hours now. He said, listen, I got an argument with my uncle, and it'd be tough for me to come. I can't get there right now. Okay, I still waited. Waited there for 2.5 hours. I called. I remember and remind you, I was in the Manhattan side. I was on the Manhattan side of the ferry boat. There's a Staten Island side and the Manhattan side of the ferry boat. There's two sides. So you would have to get on the ferry boat and cross over across the Hudson River, big Hudson River, the ocean, and go over to the Manhattan side in New York City with the ferry boat. And I waited. And I waited so long. No, never showed up. Lied the whole way through, never showed up. Now, I was angry and I wanted back my money. I said, listen, you didn't show up, so I need the money back. And what I learned is to never give money right away. Let them do the service for you, then you give the money. Don't give money right away. I eventually took back the money, but he was dodging me to get back that. There have some people in this world, folks, that would take advantage of you. They see that you're a kind-hearted person. They see that you're a little innocent. So what they'll do is they manipulate you, lie to you, and take advantage of you. They try to get over you. And I'm sure that happened to some women with men and some men with women. They lied to you, said they're gonna be there for you. They'll be there for you. They lied to you, said they'll go out with you. And the next thing you know, you're getting stood up. No call, no show. That's happened to a lot of us. No call, no show. And you gotta know your self-worth. You gotta know if this person is worth waiting for. If it happens to you once, do not let it happen to you again. You gotta know your self-worth. Do not let people waste your time. People love to waste your time. Because if you allow people to waste your time, that's precious time that you could be doing something that's productive. Do not allow people to waste your time. And let me tell you, God is merciful and God is able to carry us through. Even when people try to manipulate us and lie to us and maybe scam us out of money, God is able to provide for his children, and God is able to protect his children even during these wicked times. Sometimes we got to learn our lessons, and sometimes God allows certain things to happen to you so you can learn valuable lessons. But when we learn those lessons, we got to take heed to those lessons and use it in action. If somebody is toxic in your life, you got to exit out their life. If somebody is manipulating you all the time, you got to learn how to distance yourself from them and exit out their life. It could be anybody. You got to know your self-worth. Do not take abuse. Do not take someone manipulating you. Do not take in people always lying to you about certain things. Women, do not take physical abuse from any man. Do not take a physical abuse. Do not take emotional abuse, women. And that goes for the men too. Do not take physical abuse or emotional abuse from women either. You got to know your self-worth. You have to know that. And if you're in a place of employment, and they're not seeing your self-worth, it's time to look into other opportunities. And it goes for job employment too. If you're working there for many years, many years, and they're not seeing that, man, this man has integrity, man, this sister has integrity, but you know what? For the newcomer, this is sometimes these employments do. There's newcomers that come to your job and they get the position, the higher position, but you've been waiting there for a long time to get that one position, that one supervisor position. You've been there for 20 years trying to get the same position that person came in. They've only been there a short period of time, and now they get the position, that supervisory position. And you've been waiting patiently, 20 over 20. You've been there over 20 something years, but yet somebody that they like and favor, they get the position over you. You get angry, get upset. Don't get angry and upset. Look at other opportunities out there. The sky's the limit. You can look at many other opportunities out there. You don't have to sit down and take that. Know your self-worth. Know your self-worth. Know your self-worth. Know your self-worth. Do not sit there and take that. No. Or for example, on some jobs, you've been there for many years. You give some people weekends off. I mean, some people automatically have, some people when they get there, maybe they do a little this and that, they get weekends off. But you've been there for 20 something years and you still can't get weekends off. Look for other opportunities. You don't have to sit there and take that. Look for other opportunities. Don't just sit there and take that. The sky's the limit. Well, the live word of the day is coming to Romans chapter 5, verses 8. But God shows his love for us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. He died for us. He died for us. God died for us, and he loves us so much, and he wants us to have self-worth, value ourselves, and have self-worth. He died on the cross for us. He already paid the price for us, and he set us free. If we've been set free, we shouldn't live in bondage to people abusing us. We should not live in bondage to people taking advantage of us. But this is Zacchaeus with another live word of the day. God bless and be safe out there. Peace and blessings. Until next time.